focus on my brake lights. Ain't turning back, now that I'm back on track, yeah. Take my word from it, put a couple bands on it, and I don't plan on letting people turn me, no. You can say what you want, I'ma keep pressing on. I can't pop that thing like I'm feeling green, right? Talking to my past like focus on my brake lights. Cruising to my future now.
And we're back.
Yes, we're pumped up.
Yes, it's,
All right.
you are tuned in for one more episode of Breaking the Silence.
Yes.
And for those of you who are new, you're like, why are they yelling in my ear? What is going on? They're too hyper right now. Don't worry, you're gonna see why we are so hyper today, okay? But before we get into that, let us introduce ourselves. Let's be polite.
Yes.
You know, let's be respectful.
Yes.
My name is ShyTia.
I'm Nori.
And I'm Angeli.
And again, you are watching Breaking the Silence. And ladies, you know, I have a question.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I was a little confused about what a compliment is. You know, because sometimes we think compliments are one thing and it's not. So what's a compliment that you received that just made you so excited to receive
It
it?
sure isn't thank you, but
Well, that's my compliment. Not a compliment.
Okay, now got
inside joke, yo. Inside joke. I don't know. You know what? I have no idea. I can't think of anything right now. But I will give ShyTia a compliment though, because she has been on her exercise journey. So she's been doing really, really good, you know, going out for the walks, going to the gym and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm proud of you, girl. You got this. Keep going.
Yes. Okay, Angeli, not thank you.
Well, maybe you're welcome. Maybe I gave a compliment to someone. Will that work?
Sure, let's see.
Like saying you did a good job, like in something, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
All right.
if- yeah. Instead of receiving, we're giving.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
All right. And she just gave that one.
Yeah.
Yes, I gave that one to you viewers. You did a good job today, okay?
By tuning in.
Yeah.
Yes, for tuning in and stay tuned.
Yes.
All right.
For me, I think it was because one time I was like talking in front of a crowd of people, and I was talking like about my age, and then one of the ladies stopped, and she was like, "Wait, how old is she?" And I was like, I'm not gonna say my age, but I told my age, and she said I look very young for my age. So that made my day, because you know sometimes you get that ma'am, and you're like, man, I feel old, but yes,
I thought you were gonna give me a compliment, but it's okay. It's
Maybe
okay.
next time. But off of the compliment subject,
All right,
let us
let's
get
go.
into today's topic. So today we're going to be talking about boundaries are not betrayal.
Ooh,
right?
I like
because
that.
we love our boundaries on BTS.
Yes,
so
we do.
We have to stick to our boundaries. And our next one is silliness after stress, because you know when you're so stressed out, you can kind of have that burden, that pressure on you. So how you can be silly after you have a stressful day, and of course,
I need this.
definitely starting it right now. And of course, we have our interactive game, our interactive segment, which is victory checks that we're going to do today. So as you see, we have a lot in store for you.
Loaded show.
The questions is going to be good. The silliness are going to be good. So don't go anywhere.
I'm ready for it.
Make sure you grab your coffee. Make sure you grab your tea, your laundry. You know, this is a perfect time to fold your clothes.
There you go.
Okay? Grab everything, and we will be right back after the break.
We will be right back with more Breaking the Silence.
Human trafficking is slavery.
And it happens all over America.
Any child, any woman, any man could potentially become a victim of human trafficking.
I am a victim of labor trafficking.
I was victim of child sex trafficking, but now I own my body.
Human trafficking is any kind of forced labor.
It can happen to anybody.
I am a mother.
I am an author.
I am a son.
I'm an advocate.
I am an educator.
I'm a sister.
I am a brother.
I'm so much more than what happened to me. I am strong.
I am brave.
I am outspoken.
I am compassionate.
I am a survivor.
I'm a survivor.
I am a survivor.
I am a survivor.
I am a survivor.
I am a survivor of human trafficking.
Looking for a home church? We've got you covered. From wherever you are, the Universal Church has locations around the world, ready to welcome you with open arms. To find a church near you, call 1-888-332-4141 or text 1-888-312-4141. Your spiritual home is just a call away.
I'm Naheem Hines, proud supporter of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. My mom has muscular dystrophy, and the MDA helps her and kids like my buddy Ethan.
My name is Ethan, and I'm 12 years old. Thanks to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and people like you, I have more hope than ever before. And MDA funds over 150 care centers for kids like me.
For over 70 years, MDA has been transforming the lives of people living with muscular dystrophy, ALS, and related neuromuscular diseases. Learn more at mda.org today.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
I don't care who you are, fair is fair.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
You have to maximize, retirement.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
Boundaries are not a betrayal. Because, sometimes in life we have to say no. We have to set those boundaries. But sometimes we feel the pressure of setting those boundaries, especially when it comes to our loved ones. Right, lady? Sometimes we have a boundary. Sometimes we tell someone like, hey, I can't make it.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't do this. Hey, I'm sorry, not right now. And when it comes to our loved ones, we tend to feel guilty about it because we don't want them to think that we're being rude, that we're being disrespectful. Maybe to an elder,
or selfish,
or being selfish. Exactly. Like, let's say your grandma is asking you, "Hey, can you help me with this? This app or this, my email. I keep forgetting my password." And you're really busy at the moment, and then you go like, "No, grandma, I'm so sorry." Right? Oh, see. That's wrong with today's generation. They can't help. They always want to think about themselves. They never. So how do you have that boundary, have that set in place without being rude, but also not putting yourself down or not compromising you to help someone else?
I think defining no with clarity and compassion as well. Especially if you're dealing with an elderly, like that example that ShyTia just gave. When your grandma or someone of age, they come and ask you for help. It's not that you're despising them or anything. It's just at the moment you just can't. So you have to be able to, speak up. With clarity and also with compassion as well. Even though they might want to try to take you on that guilt trip or make you feel some type of way, but boundaries are there for a reason. And lately we have been talking about boundaries a lot. We've been talking about boundaries a lot, and I've just been thinking about it constantly in everything that I do or that is asked or things that I need to do or people who around me who are like, hey, you know what, let's do this or let's do that. Lately I've been thinking about the boundary thing lately, but again, clarity and compassion. You definitely have to use that.
Especially if it's a last minute request.
Ooh.
You can set up your boundaries, but like there are people who just would want to do it like seconds and I want to do this right now.
Last minute.
Help me out with this. I mean, sometimes you can even like let it pass and help the person, but it's because it's too close to that time that they want it done. You're just like, come on, you could have given me some time, right? You could have given me like a little bit more time to help you with that because I've already booked my schedule. I'm already full, and you're telling me that it's something urgent for you, but I also have some things urgent for me. So let's do a role play.
Yes, I was gonna suggest that. I was gonna give you a scenario. So let's say you're, as we know, Angeli love her do not disturb. She has her me time.
Yes.
You know, it's scheduled. We all know that it's her me time, right?
Yeah. Right.
So let's say Nori is trying to reach out to you, and she's calling you because she has something that she forgot to do, and she's not around, so she calls you to pick up the slack for her. What do you do?
Hey, Angeli, look, I had to leave, I had to rush out, but I forgot this thing, in the office. Can you go really, really quick and just take care of it for me?
Hi, Nori. Sorry, but right now I'm not in that place at the moment. But when I do get back, I'll make sure that I'll get it done.
I mean, but how far are you? Like, you can just go back, like, really, really quick. Like, I'm really far.
I'm 30 minutes away. And for me to get back and for me to actually go, and then that's taking an hour, and I have some stuff urgent right now that I have to do.
Okay, can you call someone over there who's near so that way they can be able to help me out with this?
Well, that I can do. However, my presence is not going to be there, but someone else might be able to help you.
You're such a party pooper.
So at least I gave a solution, right? I mean, you represented a solution, and I was like, okay, I can help out. I mean, not me, but I could call someone else to help out. So, but me personally, I'm not going to be able to be there.
Okay. Yeah, and that's important when it comes to the boundaries, especially when it comes to like maybe helping someone out, to give them a solution. Because a lot of times people just say no, and then it's just like, no, I can't, sorry. But if you're not like trying to help them with what they're asking you about, then that's where it's going to be selfish. That's where it's going to be rude. But if you're like, hey, like you said, like, I can't do it right now, maybe later, or maybe someone else can do it. Let me call somebody else. Let me find somebody. Then it's also helping the person be like, okay, hey, you know what? Let me, like, I see her helping me. I see her trying. So because she's trying, I can see like it's not a burden for me or for her, you know?
Okay. Scenario number 2?
Okay.
Can we get to it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I forgot to call ShyTia. It's late. I forgot to call ShyTia and ask her if she can babysit my kids for me, right? So here we go. Hey, Tia.
Hi.
How you doing, girl?
I'm good. How
You
are
doing great?
Yeah.
Listen. I am so sorry. I was supposed to call you earlier and let you know and ask you this favor. But listen, I have to do something really, really urgent. So I just wanted to know if you could have my kids for me for like 3 hours.
Sorry.
I really need to do this though.
Okay, I understand that, but at the moment I cannot have any children around. I wasn't expecting.
But I don't even ask you for a lot. Like this, I really, really need to get this done.
But being that I was not expecting to have children around, it's not something that I can.
Girl, but I'm always there for you. Like I'm every time you ask me for something, I'm like, girl, don't worry about it. I got you. Come on. Just help me out this one time.
Sorry, I can't, but maybe let's see if one of our other friends might have the time to do it.
But I'm not asking any of our other friends. I'm asking you. I want you. I'm asking you if you can have them. Just 3 hours. What is 3 hours?
3 hours is
it's not the whole day.
I can get done in 3 hours.
It's not the whole day, though.
I understand that, but honestly, I really cannot do it right now. Maybe if you ask me sooner, I would be able to.
I got you.
But right now, I can't.
Ask me for a favor next time. You're going to see what my reply is going to be.
Okay. And that is like, that one is like a guilt trip, right? Like telling the other person, hey, when I ask you for a favor next time, just watch what I'm going to do. So sometimes that boundary that is set can be like, oh my goodness, so next time I'm not gonna ask her for a favor because when she asks me, it's like, but again, it's like both scenarios, they're like both last minute. And again, you've already have your schedule, and then for you to put, especially if it's something really urgent for you as well, then of course the other person is urgent if they're asking for help, but still, if no one is going to be there to help you with something, and then the other person, you're going to put down everything, and then you help the other person, like, who's going to do your stuff?
Exactly. And I think especially with children, or like she said, oh, it's 3 hours, but 3 hours is a long time, especially if it's not something you were planning on doing. You're kind of going out of your way to accommodate not only, I don't know how many kids she has. She could have 10 kids.
It's only 7.
7 kids for 3 hours.
Like, that's a lot. lot, you know, like it's a whole daycare right now.
Yeah.
But it's like we have to be not only with our word, because it's easy to just say no, but as she kept insisting, it's like the people pleaser will just be like, oh, you know what, okay. But then that's why people are going to always keep pushing the limits, because they know eventually you're going to give up. So even though like maybe inside of you don't want to do it, you don't want to say it, you have to really be firm on that word, like that no that you gave them.
Yeah, and key points in both scenarios is like, even though one got a little bit hostile, the other one didn't do it in return. So that's also important as well, because sometimes it can be little things like that when people are trying to push the boundaries that you've set, that fallouts end up happening as well. So we have to be very watchful with that as well. You know, I was speaking to somebody and they said something that was very interesting to me, that it stood stuck in my head. And this person said like this: your reaction has to teach people, like if they're not getting it, your reaction has to teach people how much you're valued. So when you value yourself and you know the importance of your well-being, you're not going to allow any situation or anybody come and disrupt that, disrupt your peace, or disrupt what you have going on. Of course, there's situations and situations, you know what I mean? But if you see that the person's being pushy, or, you know, they're not trying to understand, they're only trying to see their side, or, you know, want to be recognized, or want something to be done for them, then that's when you have to make sure that that boundary is not pushed over.
And, you know, boundaries, it can be in anything. It could be, you know, in advice that someone gives you. It could be in last minute change of plans. It can be in pressuring you to do something that you don't want to do, or maybe a change that you're making and they're not supportive of your change, but you want to keep pushing yourself to do it. So, of course, we gave like little scenarios here, but that doesn't define what a boundary is. Like, you have to set your own boundary for yourself, and you have to make sure you stick to it. And again, not to be rude, disrespectful, but just to be firm on who you are and what you are believing in, right? So if you liked our little role playing today, if you want to maybe give us some scenarios for the future for us to role play on air for you to see how you should react, you can send us a DM, and you can write also a comment, and you can hashtag boundaries are not betrayal. Again, that's boundaries are not betrayal on our Instagram page. But right now we're going to go on a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Don't change the channel. We will be right back with more Breaking the Silence.
We have exciting news. You can now watch us in stunning HD. It's time to enjoy your favorite shows on the LFN with sharper picture, clearer sound, and the quality you deserve. You can now watch us on channel 42.1. But that's not all. For our New York viewers, we're also available on Direct TV, channel 42, Dish Channel 39. Make sure to update your channel list and keep tuning in. We're just getting started.
This year has brought on many changes. You took on new projects and learned to do it yourself, like mastering your favorite dish or learning how to change your oil. Turns out it was easier than you thought. Your green thumb may have grown, as did your herbs. Looking back, you mastered many projects, but one thing you may not have tackled is your health, even if you noticed something isn't right. Lung cancer is the leading cause of cancer death in the U.S. When caught early, the 5-year survival rate is almost 60%. But when caught late, it's only 6%. That's why it's important not to ignore common signs of lung cancer, like an unexplained cough or shortness of breath lasting more than 3 weeks. If you're at risk for lung cancer and have these symptoms, don't gloss over it. Do it for yourself and schedule a visit with your doctor today.
No matter your problem, we are here for you anytime. Call for prayer. Our helpline is 24/7. 1-888-833-4141.
Let's continue the power of connection. Breaking the silence, where women come together to uplift, support, and celebrate each other. Your journey continues right here.
Have you patted yourself on the back lately? Because we see the work that you've been putting in, the effort that you've been putting in, and maybe you're saying like, man, nobody is noticing my hard work. Nobody is noticing what I'm doing. But this segment is to teach you that you don't need anybody else's validation, that you should validate yourself, that you should be proud of the effort that you're making, the changes that you're making, you know, sticking to a new routine or, you know, anything that you've been doing differently that you're proud of, you have to be proud of within yourself. Yeah. So we're going to do our victory check where we're going to talk about some things that we've been doing lately, some changes we've been making, and how we are proud of ourselves that we're going to talk about, right?
Okay, yes, definitely. Who's going to be the first one? Angeli should be the first one. Why are you always nominating me to be first? Because you're just the best.
Okay. All right. You kind of already shared my victory check. Yes. So during the opening, you spoke about, you know, how the effort that I've been making on my weight loss journey. And actually, I have been doing it. And I push myself, like, even if, because before I would wait, like, for someone else to go to the gym with me, or I'll wait to do this or do that. So I told myself, like, even if nobody else wants to go, I'm still gonna go. Like, I'm gonna push myself, even if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, at least I'm making that effort to do it. And that's what I've been seeing myself doing it. And I do like share pictures to kind of motivate others to do it. But even if it doesn't motivate anybody else, I know that it's motivating me. I know that, you know, I'm getting excited.
Girl, give me an air five.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, like I was sending my picture to Nori, she'd be like, oh man, now I gotta go to the gym.
I feel obligated.
Is it motivating or what?
No pressure.
Pressure, no pressure.
But it does help me. Like, I've been losing like weight little by little, and I've always told everybody that my goal is not to lose like a big number off back, but like 1 to 2 pounds a week is what I aim to lose. And I have been seeing, like, for the past 3 weeks, 1 or 2 pounds dropping little by little, and the muscle building is coming up. So I'm proud of myself.
Girl, give me another air five.
Air five. Okay, that's a small win. No, that's a victory win.
Yeah,
that's great. All right.
What about you?
Okay, so you know when you thought that you're something but you're actually not, when you're presented with a situation, right?
Okay.
So all this time, well, I still think that I am. Like, I think that I'm patient, right?
Oh.
That I'm a patient person, that I think, like, most of the time I'd be. And then sometimes I would be like, oh, please make me be patient in this situation because I need to be patient. And then there comes a situation where I had to teach someone something.
Oh.
And well, you know, when they say, like, for me, I always think it this way, you know, common sense is not common sense for everyone.
Girl, so, you're not lying.
For me, it's something that's very easy, very common sense, very, like, I can get it like this very quick. It's not like that for someone else. Because again, upbringing and all that kind of stuff is different.
Yeah, plays a role.
So, and I'm getting tested every single time. And then there's this one point that I had to teach something that is something for me is I can get it like in 5 seconds.
Okay.
And this person is completely new
Struggling.
to this. Yes, to this new skill, and it's struggling. And I thought I was really like this patient person, but then I have to constantly repeat it. I'm like, why shouldn't I get it? Why is this person not getting? Why is this person not getting it? But then I told myself that, hey, yeah, this is you really practicing, being patient or not.
Yeah.
And then I told myself, okay. And then that came to mind. Common sense is not the same for everyone, right? Just because for you it's easy to learn, because there are things that I, struggle to learn as well.
Yeah.
And for some people, it's something that
easy.
very quick. So that brought me to my attention, and then my alertness and saying, okay, no, this time you got to be this patient person to teach, because you never know, one day you will come across a situation that you will be the one to learn, and the person is probably going to lose their patience. So I've had to learn that, be patient, and not really like, why can't you learn this, right?
Yeah.
It's so easy. So, for me, I was like, that was a small win, because I didn't get irritated. At one point, there was a little bit, I was just like, I was about to be irritated. But then after that, I was just like, I thought about, just constantly be patient, because later on in life, you would probably get into a situation that you would need that patience from someone else. So for me, that's a win. And when you think that you're actually someone that you're not, you're going to get tested, and then you're going to sit and
You're like, uh-oh.
Yeah, so for me, that's a win.
Okay, I like that one.
Yeah.
So mine's kind of similar to ShyTia, is in kind of like, the weight loss journey. There's times where, you put on a few pounds and you're like, ooh, child. When you put it on your clothes and,
that was how she started whispering that.
It was a little. And you start putting certain clothes on and it's not buttoning up. And, you're like, oh my gosh, seriously, what happened? So, I've reached that point and I was like, ooh, girl, you need to get it together. But, my thing has always been, there's times where I go ahead and I do something radical just for a short period of time.
Yeah, I remember.
And once I reach, they know. And once I reach that goal, it's kind of like I relax, So I've been on and off on that, craziness, but this time I decided to do something different. I decided to do something completely different and not focus on the weight loss, but actually focus on being healthy overall. And I have this person that I kind of, I don't want to say mentor, but I accompany them, I help them out and stuff like that. And there's certain things that I hold them accountable for, right? Depending on what they do or what they say or how they act or react or whatever. And little did I know was that this person also holds me accountable, because when it came to me actually grinding down and doing what I need to do, like let's say, for example, my husband would wake up early in the morning. He's like, come on, let's go to the gym. I pull the sheets over and I'm like, I'm sorry, you go right on ahead. I will go tomorrow.
I cheer you. I'm sorry to cut you, but the funny thing is, it's like the night before, you're like, wake me up.
Exactly.
Wake me up. I want to go. Let's go. And then when it's time for you to wake up,
you're like, I'm sorry. You pull them covers over and you're like, no, you go ahead. You got this. Run for me and you. So, and I don't know. I was just thinking about this person, and this person came to me and shared with me their win, their victory check. And I was like, for me, that was like a slap in the face. Like, come on, Nori, get it together. Yeah. You say you on this, like, get fit, get healthy, lose weight journey and stuff. And every day you're like putting off, going out to work out and stuff like that. So with a heavy heart and no desire, I've been pushing myself to actually get up early and actually go to the gym. So, and then, but once I'm already there at the gym, I'm like, I did it, So that's my victory check.
And, I have another small one really quickly, but I've been pushing myself to wake up earlier than I normally do, because I was like a wake up last minute type person.
Yeah.
Like, I calculate how long it takes me to do my hair, how long it takes me to get dressed, how long, I calculate everything. I'm like, I need about 45 minutes. So I'm not waking up before that 45-minute mark, right? So lately I've been pushing myself to wake up at least 30 more minutes extra than that 45 45 minutes. And that's how, like, this morning I was able to have time to work out, to eat breakfast, to do everything that I needed to do. And I had time left over rather than me, like, rushing it. Because I think we spoke about, like, the airing and, like, rush out the house. And, like, I was like, you know what? I need to stop. Like, I really need to get it together. And I really need to push myself to get up earlier where I don't feel the need to rush, where I can have a more productive day. Because it's like when I will wake up last minute and I'm rushing, I'll be tired. You know, I will always want to drink coffee and I'll just be like, oh, I'm not in the mood. I'm not a morning person. But then I realized it's not that I'm not a morning person. It's just I'm not giving myself time to really wake up before I'm surrounded by tasks or people or this or that. So it's like when I woke up earlier, it's like I'm calm, I'm patient, you know, I have the energy. I'm not like, oh, I'm dragging the day. It's not, don't talk to me before I have my coffee. You know, I need my coffee. But I didn't even have coffee this morning, and I'm just like so energetic, and I'm just so happy. So that's, for me, it's like another small victory check that
I like our victory checks. We're on the right track, and you guys can be on the right track too.
It was a small win as well.
There you go.
Because I'm pretty sure as they're listening to our stories, our wins, they're like, yeah, that's me. They're probably like, oh yeah, I pull the covers right back over me too, or I'm a last minute type girly as well. But I think hearing our small victories, maybe as you said, like when you heard your mentee's victory, it kind of motivated you into being like, I need to get it together.
Yes, no excuse.
Exactly. And that's what this segment is for, is to motivate you not only to get it together, but to look within yourself, to see within yourself like what you've been doing, the changes that you've been making. So we do hope that you're motivated, that you're pumped up, that you enjoyed this segment, but we're going to go on the quick break and we'll be right back with our next topic.
We will be right back with more Breaking the Silence.
We all know what it's like to feel alone. But it just takes one new connection.
Want to get out of here?
To empower many.
This is unbelievable.
It doesn't take a superhero to bring forces together. We all have the power to reach out.
Let's go!
And help someone feel like they belong.
Pretty cool, huh?
We are stronger together.
Are you feeling like you're at the end of your rope? Has life become an endless series of problems with no relief in sight? You've reached out for help, but it feels like no one truly understands. Everyone seems to be so busy with their own lives, and you don't want to add your problems to their load. So many people feel exactly the same way, afraid to ask for help, worried about being judged, misunderstood, or becoming a burden. As a result, they stay silent, allowing their struggles to pile up until they can't take it anymore. Don't let things get to that point. You don't have to face this alone. Pick up the phone and reach out for help. Our 24-hour helpline is here for you, created to be a place of support and refuge for anyone feeling overwhelmed and hopeless. Call us at 1-888-332-4141 or text 1-888-312-4141. No matter what time or day, someone will always be there to listen and offer spiritual support. You won't be judged, and your problems will not be dismissed. We're here to help you find the strength to face your challenges. You are not alone. Let us help you find your way forward.
My piece of advice is always coming from the Word of God, the Bible, and this Word never ever fails.
Stream weekly on the Soul Food Podcast with Bishop Joshua, where you will hear live guests share their transformation stories. Stay connected with us for more soul food ask questions, leave your comments on each episode, and leave a voice message. We will gladly answer here on the podcast because this soul food is for you.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
Off your phones and enjoy each other.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
It's always important to consult your doctor.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
Think quick. What brings you joy? Was that hard for you to answer?
No. Dancing. Anytime, any day, any place.
But for some women, it is hard for them to answer, especially after they was just overloaded with a lot of pressure, with a lot of stress. If they were worried about maybe they lost their job, now they have a new job. They had a deadline, they finally passed their deadline, and now they're like, what do I do next? They're ready for the go, go, go. But we're going to talk about how you can reclaim the silliness after you've had a stressful moment. Because yes, she's laughing at me.
That's Nori. Yeah, this is her silliness right now, okay?
Under the bus. This was a stressful moment for her just now because she confused deadline with headline. I'm gonna put it out there, but it's okay.
Yes, that's the pressure. The pressure. Right. But it's good for us to laugh. It's good for us to have that joy moment where it's not like it's so pressure. I have to find this funny. I have to do this. I have to do that. No, but just you finding time just to be silly, just to have a random laugh, just to do something. We were laughing before the show started with Angeli because she kept saying thank you. Was a compliment. She's like, did you really just say that? But we were laughing, and it's just we were just not just kept laughing and laughing because it's you do need to release that serotonin. Your brain needs to have that fun chemical, release so that way you can calm down because it's when you don't have moments where you're laughing, where you're joking, where you're playing, it's you're constantly under pressure. Your body is always in go mode. It's always, I gotta do. And it's you feel uncomfortable not doing something productive, right?
Yeah.
Because
that go mode, I'm sorry to cut you off, but that go mode makes you be an uptight person. It can be, the situation doesn't even really need to be kind of a, super duper serious situation, but you're for you, it's no, this is the way it needs to be done. This is the way it got to be. If it's not like this, then no, you don't have any peace.
And when you see, when you see people having fun, you kind of get bitter.
You get irritated.
You want to keep on people's party. Come on now. Let's go. Get it together. Come on, we got work to do. You guys are playing too much. You got to get it. And it's just they're just no, we just want to enjoy. We want to make it a joyful environment, because it's stress is always going to come. Yeah. And I feel especially in this day and age, it's stress is more common because back in the day, it was more physical labor and things like that, but now it's mental. So it's with all of this mental pressure that's putting a lot on you. And so it's if you don't kind of sometimes I tell my husband, I just watch a show and I don't even know what's going on. I don't know anything. I'm just I just need something stupid to not stupid, but just to get just to get my mind off of everything, just to escape a little bit where my mind can kind of shut down for a few minutes and then it comes back to that goal.
Because sometimes when you're that person that's always on the go, always serious, even people around you, they're kind of you know what, I don't want to. They're always walking on thin ice, and I was and you're always just gonna be oh, this person is this kind of person, so I don't want to laugh too much because she's gonna say something, or I don't want to be so silly because this person is coming, she's around. So we kind of instead of being free and being yourself or being silly at that moment, just a couple of moments, it makes you feel reflect on yourself and say, maybe not.
Right? But what if this person has always been like that though? How can they break out of it? Because I know certain people that they're just naturally like that. They don't know how to, even if they try. And when they try, it just looks like
it looks
sound a little silly.
It looks like they're trying so hard and it's not working.
Yeah.
What can this person
I think
do?
the first thing is they have to, as I said, like what brings them, they have to know what brings them joy. You know, they have to, there's something for everybody that brings your joy. And I always say, like, what brings me joy, what brings you joy is different. You know, we can't expect like, oh, Nori loves dancing, so let me dance and that's gonna bring me joy. No, that's not what brings, like for me, it's reading. I don't like dancing. You know, but a good book I can get lost in and I can have that joy, you know. And Angeli, her joy comes from budgeting, saving money.
Yeah, that's one of them.
You know, but like when you have that joy, it's like you're gonna kind of have that moment where you're like, okay, you know what? Let's say they don't know. So like they can write a log of when they laughed or a fun log. You know, like today I watched a silly video about cats. So that made me laugh or that brought me joy.
Yeah.
Or you know, dad jokes really bring me a lot of joy. So I think to have a fun log where they can kind of see what's bringing them joy, that will kind of give them on that first step.
You know, I also think is coming to the realization that there's just certain things that will be out of your reach. Like it's no point in you stressing yourself or, you know, choosing to be bitter or upset or uptight because something didn't pan out the way you expected. What's done is done. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't cry over spilled milk. So come to that realization and always put yourself and your well-being first. You know, okay, man, this happened and oh Lord have mercy. What am I gonna do now? But don't take it. Don't take it hard on yourself. Like there's been moments and situations where I'm like, OMG, are you serious right now? But what's done is done, so I'ma just dance it off.
There's moments
I
where,
can't
like,
do nothing about it. I'm not gonna let this take my peace. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. You know, and I just turn it around, throw in some silliness.
For me where it's like I'll call like somebody and I'll just laugh and they're just like, what are you laughing at? And I'll just, because it's just like there's nothing I can do but laugh. So I just tell the story and like the whole time I'm telling the story I'm just laughing and then they're just like, but that's not funny. And I'm just like, in my mind,
ShyTia did that to me recently. She encountered this crazy situation and she calls me and she's just cracking up from start to finish. And I'm like this. ShyTia, you're laughing. This is not a laughing matter. And she's like, what do you want me to do? I say, you are nuts. I mean, but what's done was done.
And it's just like, at the end of the day, you just have to go with the flow. And you just have to solve it. So it's like, imagine if I would have just gave in and been like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? The stressing, like my brain would just shut down. I won't think of what to do. But it's just like laughing, like, okay, you know what? It happened. There's nothing I can do. It gives me a clear mind to think of a solution rather than like stressing and worry about the outcome.
Yeah. And when you're incorporating, like, it's almost like they say when it's forced rest, it's not really something that would bring you joy because, hey, now you got to rest. It has to come naturally. But then you have to incorporate that, especially if you're somebody who's always on the go and you don't really consider, okay, resting. You have to rest right now. No. So remember when we spoke about undone day, right? So maybe for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, it can look like it's a forced rest. But then when you constantly continue scheduling it, you know, throughout your day or maybe throughout your week, throughout your month, then your body's going to get used to that. Oh, okay, like, you know, now I can, it's okay if I'm unproductive right now, you know, I can get lazy a little bit.
I need to get me a pen real quick. I like what Angeli said about the forced rest day. I would force myself to rest anytime, any day.
Yeah, because she'll be like, just give me 10 minutes and I'm just going to power nap. And I'm just like, how can your body just shut down for 10 minutes and then you're like,
but sometimes you need it. Yeah.
Depending on what you do, even if you get 2 minutes, you make that work. Because let me tell you, life be lifing sometimes, y'all. But that's the important thing, you know. I like what Angeli said about that. And once you do put that seriously, once you do put that into practice and you start making it as a routine, and then it would just come naturally. It will come naturally, and you're gonna see that you're gonna be taking care of yourself. You're gonna be taking care of your mental, your mental health. You're going to be taking care of your emotional health. You're going to be taking care of yourself overall. So it's something that you should probably try. If you haven't, if you've been struggling, don't worry. You probably won't make it the first time. You probably won't make it the second time or even the third. But keep trying. Keep trying.
And you can have a silly partner, That may sound weird, but you can have someone that that when you call them, it's going to be a good time. It's not going to be stressed. It's not like when you see the phone ringing, you're not going to be like, oh, boy. Prepare myself for what's about to happen.
Like what is this phone call?
But then, like when you call, like you see that person calling, or you call them, you know that it's just gonna be laugh. It's just gonna be funny. It's just gonna be, indirects, or like, oh, did you watch that video? I said, go watch it right now. And then like they're laughing while you're watching it, while you're laughing. Just to have that person who you can be truly you, as you were talking about earlier. There's some people that you have to feel like closed off, or you can't be this way, you can't be that way. So you need that person that you can be like whatever. I always laugh at those videos that shows like my introverted wife at home, right? And it's just like the person who's just like so quiet, so shy in front of everybody else.
They're
like
doing
at home, they're doing like silliness, and they're just laughing and just playing, and the person is just sitting there like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you need to have that person that you can count on, that you can just be silly, and they're not going to judge you. They're not going to be like, oh my goodness, why are you doing this? Like, that's so silly. Like, stop. Like, get it together. But they're going to maybe even jump right into you. Do the same thing you're doing, and you just have fun.
Exactly. Or have that, or have that person where you could probably even start a conversation with them over the phone crying, but by the end of the conversation, you are going to be laughing. You're going to be cracking up. It's always good to have those kind of people in your corner,
Yeah. And that's someone who would be like, you're really stressed out, and that person's like, relax. And then crack a joke. And then,
I'm gonna be honest, because my husband is that way. He's always like, relax. I'm like, I can't relax.
It's true.
I can't. Stop telling me to. It's like, you're just like so overwhelmed. You're like, why are you telling me to relax? No, like, don't tell me to relax. Like, I need you to feel the stress that I'm feeling. And then he's just like, no. Like, calm down. Like, here, take your iPad, go sit down, read a book, watch this show, come back later. And he'll just take everything, like the phone, the computer. He'll be like, no, right now, you're like offline. No, don't do anything. And then at the end of the day, I'll be like,
thank you.
Those parents are like, here's your iPad, okay? Right here's your corner. And then you're like,
have yourself some time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Because it's like that person knows you, and they know what to do to kind of get you. Even if you don't think you need it, they can kind of bring it out of you, as you were talking about earlier.
There you go. So if anything that you have to do, it can be a stressful situation, it can be a stressful moment or time, or you can probably just be feeling stressed because there's so many things that you're juggling at the same time. Go ahead and throw in some silliness in there. Make yourself feel good and tell yourself, okay, listen, everything's going to be all right. Even if you need to start singing that song, sing it, girl. Everything's going to be all right. Listen, do something,
Yeah.
It's definitely going to help.
Nori loves to make a song out of everything.
Everything I do, I really do.
Yeah. But the ultimate goal is not to, like, we're not telling you to be unproductive. We're not telling you to miss deadlines. We're not telling you not to, grind, not to do what you have to do. But we're just telling you to balance it. At the end of the day, you need to be balanced. You don't want to be too silly, but you don't want to be too intense. You want to have that balance where, when you're getting over the limit, you kind of bring yourself back down. So maybe we hope that you was able to enjoy today, laugh a lot with us, because we surely did a lot of laughing. We showed you how to be silly, especially after a stressful moment, but we'll be going on a quick break, and we'll be right back.
The show isn't over yet. Don't change the channel. We will be right back with more Breaking the Silence.
You grew up dreaming of the perfect family, finding the right person, building a life together, and raising children who would thrive. You did everything to achieve that dream until it turned into a nightmare. The family you worked so hard to build is now slipping through your fingers. Your children resist your guidance. Your partner, once your safe place, now feels like a constant source of conflict. What happened to the home you were building? Where did it all go wrong? The rain descended, the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house. And it did not fall, for it was founded on the rock. A strong family needs a strong foundation. When your home is built on solid ground, no storm can bring it down. Join us every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. at the Universal Church and learn how to rebuild your family on the rock. Services are also available at 7 a.m., 10 a.m., and 4 p.m. Call us now for a location near you. 1-888-332-4141. It's time to change the story of your home.
Breaking the silence. Your story matters. Your voice deserves to be heard. Join the conversation.
What a silly show.
A good show.
It's good.
With a little bit of silliness in it.
If you're just now tuning in, I hope you're not. But if you are, you're probably like, why would she say that it was a silly show today? Well, you missed out on some good topics, especially reclaiming silliness after stress, because it's something that we all need to do, because we all go through a stressful moment. We all have those moments where we're just under pressure and you just need to let loose. You just need to laugh, be free, enjoy yourself. So yes, enjoy, laugh, find a person that you can call, you know, that can stay on the phone for hours with you just laughing, enjoying your moment. If you see me calling, just now, get ready.
You're going to be on the phone for like 2 hours.
Yes. Even if you don't expect it. Like there's times where you're just like, how did we end up 2 hours? Like, what did we even talk about? That's the silly friend. You just need to talk about any and everything and nothing at the same time.
But at the same time, you need to learn how to have boundaries. Because when ShyTia calls you and wants to be on the phone for them 2 hours, just remind ShyTia that boundaries is not betrayal, and you're not betraying her. You're just saying, Tia, listen, I got a life and I got to go.
And then I will be the friend to be like, wait, but I got one more thing to tell you.
Just a few more minutes.
Don't hang up yet. Yes, definitely happens a lot. But it's good because, again, you feel comfortable enough to be yourself, but also that person will respect your boundaries. Remember, 100%. You have to be firm in your no. It's not just about the words. It's not just to say no or just to say, like, I don't do this, I don't do that. But if you don't back it up, if you don't have the actions to go with it, then it's just, as they say, talk is cheap.
There you go.
So the words is just saying it, but your actions is not proving it, and they're 100%. Always going to push those boundaries to you.
Always make sure you have clarity and compassion too whenever you're setting those boundaries, you know, so that person, even if they want to take you as rude or mean or whatever, you know, that's a them problem, but you know, with clarity and with compassion as well, set those boundaries.
Right. And whether you're setting up boundaries or becoming silly, that's a small win, okay? So don't feel guilty about it, because that's your victory check.
Yes. And you know what, ladies? I have a compliment for both of you.
Aww.
Yes. Because I appreciate all that you do.
Oh my God.
Yes. And I'm proud of your victory checks. You know, I'm only saying this because Nori gave me a compliment and I didn't give her a compliment.
Yes. Backtrack to the first segment.
It's coming back.
All right.
But really, truly, we do need to, because this show is about woman empowerment. And what is woman empowerment without us empowering each other, without
Lifting
us
each other
talking
up.
to each other, exactly, telling us the good things we see, because sometimes that person don't see it within themselves. Maybe they're not ready for that victory check. So like if you see something, you can kind of give them that victory check for them, so that way they can keep going on, they can keep moving forward, right?
Just like ShyTia is gonna empower me with a large cup of coffee right after we finish this show.
No coffee.
Oh, man. It's
But
worth a
what
try.
I will do is I will talk about our Instagram page, because they love us so much. They don't want to get rid of us. You can scan this QR code that's on your screen right now, and you can go to Breaking the Silence
_talk show.
Yes, that is our Instagram handle.
Makes the dream work.
You see, we pay attention to each other.
we do.
We help each other.
We finish each other's sentences.
Exactly.
Okay.
As you can see, the silliness of today. We hope you enjoy it, but it's time for us to go and be silly somewhere else. Bye.